boys and girls, welcome to part 1 of your assignment. Today we are going to learn how to take our data that we collected from our survey question and create a graph. Since I've asked you to collect data from 2 different grade levels, I'm going to show you how to create a double column bar graph. The first step that you're going to need to do is to open up the program Excel. Once you're inside, we're going to start by inputting our data. So what I would like you to do is look at one of the grade levels that you surveyed, and in row 1 I would like you to input that data. So for example, in A1 I'm going to put 14, in B1 I'm going to press 9, in C1 I'm going to press 12, and in D1 I'm going to press 6. The next thing you're going to do is in row 2 you're going to input the data from your other grade level that you surveyed. So I'm going to input 8, 16, 5, and 8. Once I've inputted all my data, I'm going to click in the box A1 with the mouse, and I'm going to drag the cursor until all the information is highlighted. Then at the top of your screen I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to select the column graph. For today's assignment you are going to stick with a simple 2D column chart. So I'm going to click on my first option. Once I click on it, you will notice that the graph appears right on your screen. So what you see is just simply your data that you've inputted. To personalize this graph, we are going to look at a few options. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the top of the screen, and you will see 3 labels here: Design, Layout, and Format. I would like you to go ahead and click on Layout, and I would like you to click on Chart Title. And you are going to select the third one down called Above Chart. What this is going to do is it's going to create a section where you can put your title above your graph. So for my information, I'm going to call it Favorite School Subjects. Then I'm going to go back up to this bar, and I'm going to click on Axis Titles. And I'm going to put my cursor over Primary Horizontal Axis Title, and I'm going to click Title below Axis. And you will see my label on the horizontal axis shows up. So I'm going to double click in that box, and for this label I'm going to call this Subjects. Then I'm going to go back up here to Axis Titles, this time putting the cursor over Primary Vertical Axis Title, and I'm going to select Rotated Title. And this is a box will appear on your vertical axis. I'm going to double click inside and press backspace on the keyboard, and I'm going to call this Number of Students. You will notice the font size is fairly small. So if I right click on it, I can change the font size to make it larger. So I'm going to change it to size 14. You can play around with this and choose an appropriate size. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the horizontal label. I'm going to right click. I'm going to change the font size to 14. So now I can see my labels much better than before. Now, a few things I still have left to do. You will notice that I have on the horizontal axis my label Subjects. But as you can see, I have numbers as opposed to subjects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on those numbers with my mouse, and I'm going to go up to select data. Now we have two different boxes here. This is your series box, which basically is your legend on your graph. So the first thing I'm going to change, in your series 1, you're going to write your first grade level that you surveyed. So I'm going to press edit, and I'm going to write in grade 5 and press OK. Then I'm going to click on series 2, press the edit button, and this time I'm going to write grade 6. Now, over in this horizontal axis label box, what this is going to allow me to do is to actually change those numbers to the actual subjects. So I'm going to press the edit button, and I'm going to put my subjects in. So I have math, and I'm going to separate all of my choices, all of my labels, by a comma. So it's math, comma, reading, comma, science, comma, social studies. So these are my 4 labels, and I'm going to press OK. So now you can see the legend has changed and the horizontal axis labels have changed. So in order to see that, just press OK, and you will see that all the blue bars are grade 5 and all the red bars are grade 6. So this is a very basic information to building a graph. Now you can have some fun with this, and you can change the colors of the bars. So I'll take a few seconds to show you how to do that. You can simply click on one of the bars and you will see all those color bars highlighted. They have a dot in each corner. So if I double click on them, a window will pop up, and I'm going to click on the option that says fill on the left hand side. Now for this one I'm going to pick a solid fill, but there's a bunch of options for you. You can put a gradient fill in, picture or texture fill, pattern fill. You can choose to not have a fill, and simply a fill is just filling inside that bar. So I'm going to click on solid first of all, and then you'll see color, and if I click on this little arrow, a bunch of colors come up. In this case I'm going to click on purple, and I'm going to press close. Oops, it didn't change the other ones. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. You want to make sure all of your bars are highlighted. So I'm going to double click, now go to fill, pick a solid fill and change it to purple, and this time they should all be purple. So grade 6 is now purple. So now I'm going to go to grade 5 and double click on one of the bars, and that screen will pop up again. I'm going to go to fill, and this time I'm going to select gradient fill. And they have some preset colors, so if I click on that, they give you all these different kinds of options. So I'm going to select this rainbow option and press close. And now all of grade 5 is colored with rainbow colors. So this is just keeping it pretty simple. You can change some things. You can change the font of the titles, of the labels. You can play around with the colors. But basically, this is what I would like you to do. Now, after you've completed the graph and it looks the way that you would like it to look, I'm going to ask that you click on the graph, and you will see that it's highlighted. And then you're going to right click on it with the mouse, and I'm going to click copy here. Then I would like you to open a Word document or whatever document that you have, whatever program you have. And I'm going to right click and press paste. Now you've noticed that it's taken my graph from Excel into Microsoft Word, and I'm going to click on the graph, and at the bottom I'm just going to simply enlarge my graph. Once you've inserted your graph, I would like you to click below it, double click, and I would like you to write questions. You can play around with this, you can underline it, you can bold it, whatever you would like to do. The options are up at the top of your screen. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come up with a list of questions that you could ask someone about your graph. However, this part of the assignment will be completed after you've gone on the website Excel and answered questions and seen a variety of questions that are given based on different types of graphs. So this is it for today. Once you've added your questions at the very end, make sure you save your document. I can go up in the top left hand corner, File, Save As. I'm going to call this Favorite Subjects. Press Save. And now it's saved. And when you are done, you are going to File and Print to the colored printer. That's it for today. Have fun, boys and girls.